I had to put my comments off because I love you, but we got business to handle. We got business to handle. Is that too close? Is that too close? Is that okay? You can't tell me anyway. I'm back again like I said I would be. Okay. We have to talk. We have to talk. Okay. I am a respectful person, but I have to bring the Strugg Life chopper badness out for this video also. It's hot. It's like really hot in Africa. So mind me, okay? This is fictional perspectives and opinions and just for entertainment purposes. This is fictional entertainment. Nothing that I say is real life and should not be used as professional advice, right? Now, when I first came out, I told you it was just about the music. But the OG fans are very concerned about his health and well-being. So here's what we're gonna do. We are never gonna stop loving him. We are never gonna stop talking about him. We will constantly show the world his value as someone who comes from the hood too. And we'll show the world his worth as a musician. And we won't be quiet until he gets the help that he needs, right? Trey was ambitious and he persevered and he created that in his fans too. So he can't expect us to be quiet now. He can't expect us to give up on him now, right? Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Locked, loaded. Pull a trigger. Until trigger comes back. You're not big and bad, Trey. And you don't have to do this. The reason you keep doing this is because no one is saying anything. And the problem also lies in the fact that people do not serve you consequences for what you do when you're drunk off emotions or whatever else. And then you do these behaviors, right? Under the influence of those things. And it only feeds your ego more and more and makes you think you can get away with whatever poor behavior you do and the poor treatment of others. It's a habit. And you don't want to break it. And it pushes you more into the matrix and only brings trouble into your life. Because I don't see any benefit to this, right? But God sees it all, and you also know better when you're sober because you were so bright and intelligent. It's just that you cause confusion. You play mind games, mundane mind games, I mean. You try to pull the wool over your fans' eyes, and there's too much fragmentation within yourself as a person. Seems like, right? You refuse to get the help that you need. You cannot be multiple people. It just doesn't work. You exist in fragments, and you're trapped in your own illusions and confusions with no sense of what real life is. Trapped in your own matrix like a spider, where nothing is real. You only have the webs of illusions that you yourself created. And there's too many fragments of you, so we don't know where to look. We don't know what to focus on in your ecosystem. And now we don't know where you are. We don't know which fragment that you show us holds the real Trey Songz. You are too many people. And now we don't know where to find you because all those people inside are antagonistic to each other and us as the fans and antagonistic in the music. There is infighting within yourself because you are not in touch with your true self and you are in limbo because you don't know who to be. So you're holding on to the multiple people that you are and performing as those people and giving us work that is fractured and fragmented, convoluted, haphazard work, 0% effort, no listener focus. You slap together some things and give it to us. No fan focus. No fan focus. Like the Trigger album, and even To Whom It May Concern, was the real Trey Songz. He was there. He was pure, he was pristine, he had joy, and after that he became unrecognizable. He didn't have to. He didn't have to choose to do that. He's so bright, and he let his emotions decide for him. And I think that's the main problem here too. You let people put fear on you, and you made bad decisions. And now we have a very unfortunate version of Trey Songz. No longer pure, no longer pristine, no joy. No meteoric light in the music that you had, that we need. We need that. And the thing is, you grown, make your own damn decisions. We really do believe in you. And you can get all that back. It's easy to get it all back. Like, he doesn't have to be the most unfortunate version of himself. No one wants to see you like this. No one wants to see you like this. God will show you who you are, and that is the person you should be. Not all these fragments that causes confusion, where you hide behind illusions in the webs of a fake ecosystem that you yourself created, that became your matrix now, making music for the earless while crying out for realness, and you can't find it because your ecosystem reflects what you are. You created this. You can uncreate it. You can create something new with realness. Okay? And you can't hide anymore, especially not when we need you in the music. And we need you to be one person. We need you to be one person, not these fragments. And you think no one can see into your matrix, but real people can see that whoever is there now is Trey Wrongs. It's not Trey Songz. It's like your body has been hijacked, and I'm looking for you, and I cannot find you anywhere. The matrix is just cycles of destruction that you keep perpetuating again and again and again. And you're from the hood too. You should know better. You do know better. You do know better. You do know better. And he's very bright. I know people don't believe me because of what... Sorry, excuse me. I have to like it's hot in Africa, okay? Give me a second. I'm perspiring. Okay, he's bright. And people don't believe me because of what his ecosystem is now. But he is very bright, okay? And... Ew. And he should be finding solutions for this, and only focus on growing and building and creating a sense of community of real people who actually love music, who have like musical expertise and like realness and songwriters and things. We should have that in his ecosystem again. Not Matrix people who keep asking for Matrix music. In fact, like, this cycle of destruction is what he chooses to do. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do all this. He doesn't have to be this person. It's so far from his original self and his original work, based on what he gave us in the music before. Instead of standing for something like you used to, instead of telling the truth like you used to, instead of repairing this fragmentation you have with your fans and talking to your fans in the music like you used to, instead of being anti-matrix and wanting to do the right things in life, like you used to want to do, you choose to be Trey Wrongs. You choose to be Trey Wrongs. You choose destruction. You choose to be sinister. That's what you constantly choose when you don't have to. You don't have to. You can choose to be full of light again. You can choose to be respectful towards girls in the music again. You can choose to see humans with compassion again. And your fans. Your fans. Your fans. You're not big and bad. There are people in the world who are really evil and sinister for real. But that's not you. That's not you. You had a pure heart for charity that you used to take the lead on. You used to influence us to do that too. Instead of continuing with that and making a change in more people's lives, you choose to keep running into the matrix, pushing mixed illusions, playing mind games, causing convolutions in your ecosystem, being multiple people who are all useless, creating clouds of confusion where we can't even find you now and nothing is real. You're criminalizing yourself because something itches inside your ass that won't allow you to turn to God again and find godly solutions for your problems like you used to want to do. It's like you cannot stop being Trey Wrongs. You act helpless and powerless. You refuse to get the help that you need. And you continue to devolve and destroy your dream, destroy your health, destroy your music, become extremely ungrateful for opportunities, which you never were ungrateful. You never were ungrateful. You adopt things that you never were. You become something so unrecognizable, so opposite of what you showed us you were in the beginning. That's why I say this is Trey Wrongs. He had goodness and pureness inside. In fact, it was all over him. It was all over him. Me and other fans and people who loved his music when he was younger know this. That's why I see a lot of people from VA on TikTok and YouTube comments. They are encouraging people to pray for you. That's such an unusual request from them, considering that he's been in the Matrix since 2017 or after the Trigger album, right? The music that he dwelled on heavily since then was sinister. And he only loved his emotions, ego, and anger and the Matrix, right? There was no realness. So it doesn't make sense for them to push prayer for him so heavily when there's hardly any evidence of his faith from what I've seen from Trey Songz and his music and stuff. So it's kind of strange to me, right? But that shows you that his fans from VA, they are seeing the unseen things, right? In him, and they are concerned for him, and they are encouraging everyone to pray for him. But he keeps running into the matrix. He runs away from the only person that can actually help him in his situation. God. People from VA, right? They are encouraging fans to pray for him because they did see his realness before. And they know this behavior from him is abnormal. This means they are seeing aspects of things that I am missing. Okay? People don't say this about any other celebrity. People don't encourage prayer like this for any other celebrity from what I've seen. They don't. They don't. That means people in VA heavily associate him with godliness and pureness. Somehow. The thing that's clear to me is that they do notice the difference. It's not just me noticing the difference in him, right? You see how abnormal his behavior is, and it's also affecting the music he's giving us now. Everything is Matrix. Everything is Trey Wrongs, right? Trey had real love and joy for music. We need to have that again. That's what we need from him. We need the original Trey Songz who wanted to do good things and wanted to be a person of substance and a musician that gives us beautiful music. The beautiful, life-changing music that talks about real things. He can be that inspirational person again who wanted us to do the right things in life, who wanted to show us things that we've never seen before, who wanted to tell us stories in the music videos and give us hope. Right? He does not have to keep doing things that does not benefit him. It doesn't grow the image. It doesn't grow the business. It just does nothing for him. This kind of behavior. Sorry. People are getting stabbed. Also, I don't think they're getting stabbed. It's just that's just how people are. Okay. He doesn't have to do things that does not benefit him. This behavior is done by people who have nothing to lose in life. It's done by people from the struggle life who live in despair. They live in despair and hopelessness. No one wants to see him like this. No one wants to see him be arrested and then he tries to pull the wool over our eyes. Instead of being honest and truthful with your fans who you prayed for in the beginning, you treat them like fools who can't see what's going on. You are not a menace to society. You are just a nuisance to society. Your crimes have no objective. It has no perceived value to anyone at all. I don't recall him having to do crime to survive when he was younger. But you want to act off of emotions and addictions and destroy everything. You are too bright, too forward-thinking, too trailblazing, too gifted, too talented to subject yourself and us, your fans, and society to your meaningless activities. Worthless shenanigans. Instead of spending your time on your career and making beautiful music for us, you want to be there, shaking your ass for Amapoisa, being a nuisance to society. It's just you being sinister and ungrateful and wasting everybody's time and resources to be a thing that is pointless. I really look up to you, bruh. I really look up to you, bruh. I wanted to be like you. I wanted to be like you, man. I wanted to be like you. And find a dream and pursue a dream because I saw you on the My Moment episodes. But nothing of what you're doing now is admirable. I don't admire what you are now. I don't admire the music that you make now. I don't admire your out of control actions. This is for teenagers to do. This is what people in the struggle life who live in despair with no hope, that's what they do. This is for them to do. This is not for Trey Songz to do. Not Trey Songz who inspired us before, who had goals and ambitions before, who was well-intentioned before. I can go outside to see people behave like this. I don't need to come to Trey Songz page to see the same thing. And you know what the funny thing is? We did not need to look up to the drug sellers, to the robbers, to the jewelry robbers, the carjackers, the people who make fake money. Those people around us who do criminal activities, we didn't need to look up to those people around us as sources of inspiration for ambition. Because we had Trey Songz on TV. We could look at Trey Songz and understand that our ambition does not have to be attributed to illegalities. We could be like Trey Songz and not touch that stuff. and still have a place to put our ambition and be cool and be fun and get money and put our passion into creativity. We didn't have to break the law. We didn't have to do criminal activity to have somewhere to put our ambition. We could be like Trey Songz. We didn't have to be like everybody else in the struggle life, and now he doesn't have to be either. He doesn't have to be either. How did you let it get like this, bruh? You have too much talent, too many gifts. You were pure. You were on fire in the best ways. You seem to have morals. On the episodes, he showed us his family, and he seemed to have a solid background with supportive people. But he chose the worst things to do and embarrassed everyone. As a fan, it is embarrassing to say that you are the role model and now have people see all the dumb shit you do. And I understand, I understand that he's suffering inside, right? And I do have compassion because he had compassion. I have compassion, okay? And I'm not saying that you should pretend to save us the embarrassment. I'm saying be honest and confront all of the things you have inside so you can have peace and not chaos inside. You don't have to be tormented by these things or yourself. There is help. There are solutions for your problems that doesn't require destroying yourself and everything you built. The chaos that you are causing now is coming from the chaos you have inside. So you need to address these things inside in your internal ecosystem so you can be healthy again. Do you remember when I first started talking about it? I was talking about his ecosystem, and his ecosystem is not right. And I thought that was the problem. And then we went to the musical ecosystem, and I said that was the problem too. And I gave the problems and solutions for the musical ecosystem. But the problem is also within himself, in his internal ecosystem. So you need God, you need professional help. Get it together. Help is freely available and easily available. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be like this. You have overcome this at a young age. You overcame a lot of things at a young age. And now you are too bright to subject and surrender yourself to this kind of thing. Things that you should have overcame a long time ago. But you brought it with you. Brought it with you. Like, where are you, man? Where are you? Nothing is right. Nothing is right, and now he's chosen to be a nuisance to society, a nuisance in the music. You break the law just because, for no reason. Wasting everyone's time and resources. When he was younger, he didn't have to put his ambition into illegality for it to be expressed. Like a lot of young people in the struggle life had to do. He did not have to do that. He could express his ambition within the framework of legality. He didn't have to break the law to do that when he was younger. He didn't. And that's one of the things I really admired about his elevation. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to break the law to come up. He didn't have to do illegalities to survive or pursue his dream. He had the opportunity to keep it all clean and clean and clean. So there's no reason for him to choose to do this now. We also admire the fact that he was genuine, truthful, real. He was a real person. This is why I said alcohol Trey, party Trey, sinister Trey is blocking the real Trey. Trey Wrongs is standing on nothing. You are not leading any socio-economic revolution that leads to your arrest every time. So no one can understand this behavior from you because it is so meaningless. You just fake now. Everything is fake. Everything is matrix, spider webs, illusions, confusions. It's criminal activity with no goal or objective. You're just being a common criminal of chaos. It's pointless. It's pointless. I watched him build his career. I won't be quiet while he's trying to destroy it now. I won't let him destroy it. The music is suffering because of it. His bad decisions. His bad decisions is affecting us all. He's becoming somebody he never wanted to become, and it breaks my heart. We are the world. We are the children that look up to him. We wanted to be like him. I still want to be like him. We wanted to be like him. But he really doesn't care about young people and giving us quality music and showing us things in media materials that we don't see every day, like he used to want to do. We see people who, like where I'm from we see people act like this almost every day. He was the chain breaker. He was the person that made a difference. That's why we looked at him differently. Trey came from the hood and he wanted to be classy. He wanted to show us classy, elegant, and beautiful things in the music and music videos and give us beautiful sounds, pioneering and innovative sounds, right? Now he's like one of those uncles in the STRUGG LIFE that get arrested every weekend for nothing because they take alcohol and choose to be nuisances, and they live very worthless lives. Lives with no direction, no dream that they pursue, just a body of emotions that they let control them and waste their gifts and talents on the altars of meaninglessness. We knew where we were going in the Trey Songz ecosystem. We were going to the top of the world. We knew. Now, we don't know where we're going with him. We have no direction or leadership here in the Trey Songz ecosystem. You know those people that get arrested every weekend for nothing? We don't know who they truly are because they are multiple people and they are all ineffective. Instead of being grateful for who Trey Songz is, instead of being grateful for who he is now and proud of everything he built, he chooses to dedicate it all to alcohol and whatever other matrix activities he does, and be a consumer of unhealthy things. But those things also consume the real him. It degrades him. It degrades him. He consumes it and he is consumed by it and destroys everything. No one wants to see him like this. No one wants to see him like this. Children like me, real people like me, are not stupid. We see everything and we see how you behave. Nothing about you now is telling us that you're worth anything musically. If I did not come from the My Moment episodes, I would not look at him the way I look at him. And I would not be a fan. Because I would have no reason to go back to find the good music from you where you used your unique voice and actually pioneered in music. I see him as the Prince of VA, but now I'm starting to look at him as a frog. Like, no one can be a fan of a common criminal that has no sense of quality or humanity or ethics, or not in control of their behavior. No one can be a fan of someone who is destroying their own dream, who cannot be honest, who does everything for illusions and the matrix. Do Hollywood, do Hollywood, do Hollywood. Nothing is real. Not real life. Not real life. And that's why the music is not real. Trey Songz doesn't exist anymore. It's only Trey Wrongs that's available. Do you see how difficult it is to be a fan? People can see that there's hardly any substance, goodness, or pureness in him now compared to what he showed us before 2017, right? He had joy. He had a good conscience. He had so much about you, about him and within him that I admired when I was younger. And it's for those things that I wanted to be like him, right? Not for the mixed illusions that he does now. Not for sinister songs. Not for Trey wrongs. Not for simulation songs. Not for the Matrix music. And the thing is that in his ecosystem now, whoever is there in his ecosystem now, whoever is on his pages now, they don't know his music from back then. It seems like. They think that he is a Matrix musician only. They think of him as a nuisance only. A nuisance that is the same as them. Just an ecosystem of nuisances as fans, and no one is real because he does not attract real people into his ecosystem now. Everything is Matrix, vanity, illusions, sinister songs. And Trey wrongs is what they celebrate because he got as low as he could go. And he became the auto-tune alcohol hero of the nuisances. And he chose not to be the pioneering prince of quality music that we need him to be. Like, he chose to degrade everything for no reason. They don't know, people don't know he actually loved music. They don't know that he can sing soul. They don't know the quality of his voice. They don't know that he's a pioneer, that he makes music in multiple genres. He makes music in pure genres. And why should they get to know him now? When he sounds just like everybody else, and he behaves just like everybody else, and he says the same thing that everybody else says. So he sacrificed the Prince of VA to be a very unfortunate and worthless version of Trey Songz now. To be a frog for no reason. To be a musician of no substance. That's what he sacrificed it all for? That's what you chose. Is that why you wanted to come to Hollywood? You are not a menace to society because you do not have an agenda or a backbone anymore. Your crimes have no objective. As a young person that looks up to you, I think what you're doing here is not cool. It's not fun. You're just a nuisance. You just seem extremely ungrateful and you hate realness. You hate real people that are fans. And you're just a person of alcohol and hatefulness and you love the Matrix. I will not cry. I will not cry. I will not cry. I believe in his dream. I still believe in his dream. I stand on his God-given talent. Okay? I stand on his God-given talent. Because I understand how unique it is. But he is not standing on anything. He's not doing anything we can be proud of in the music. He's just there, not doing anything for us. I'm exhausted of adults who don't do what they need to do for us, especially in music, because we need quality music. We need role models in music. We need some kind of light. And Trey brought meteoric light to music, and now he doesn't want to do anything for us in the music. You know, like, as fans, as African fans, right? We have enough problems in life that we need him to talk about in the music. But he creates unnecessary problems. He creates unnecessary problems for himself and nuisance problems for no reason. For no reason. Life gives us, like especially African fans, like life gives us enough problems just for trying to survive. You are causing problems for yourself for no reason when we need you to talk about our real problems and real life things in the music. You create problems for yourself, and you can't be comfortable doing this. You can't be comfortable doing this behavior. When you know we look up to you, bruh. You can't keep choosing to do this when you know we need you to do the right things for us in the music. Do you know how sad it is to see him like this? Do you know how heartbreaking it is watching him destroy everything he worked so hard to build? Do you know how confused I am as to why he refuses to get the help and improve his mental and emotional and physical health? There's no reason for him to do this behavior. For him to suffer with his well-being. There's no reason for this. No statement is being made by his decisions or his music. He is devolving for no reason. I look up to, like, I really look up to him. Like, I look up to him. Like, not just me, like a lot of kids here. A lot of kids here look up to him. Right? And I did look up to him for many reasons. He seemed like a solid dude. Okay. He was kind. He had a pure heart. He had pureness, genuineness, truthfulness, realness, and goodness. And he cared about the music. He cared about telling us what was true. Right? I looked up to him for many reasons. Now I can't find any of those reasons. I will not cry. I will not cry. I will not cry. I will not cry. Okay. He turned into a mean drunk that refuses to do the right thing, endeavoring to be a trap queen that loves Amapoisa and runs away from his music and his fans like a coward. You choose to do things that push you further into the matrix instead of overcoming and pursuing goodness like you were originally trying to do. Instead of facing everything and overcoming it, you do this wishy-washy behavior, mash it up, and you don't stand for anything anymore. I can't find you. I cannot find Trey Songz. Only this frog that is there now. This is not Trey Songz. Where's the philosophies that you wanted to live by and tell us about? Where's the strategy? The calculated steps for growth? Where's the principles and values? You're just there in the matrix. Not doing the influencing, but being influenced. Being a nuisance. And surrounding yourself with nothingness and fakeness and more chaos and choosing to devolve. When you don't have to. You don't have to. You are leading nothing. There's no leadership in the Trey Songz ecosystem. No one wants to see him like this. No one wants to see their role model like this. No one wants to witness this from you. I'm mad. I'm mad at him. He doesn't have to choose this. There's so many beautiful things he can choose for himself and to show us as fans. I'm mad at him for not pursuing his dream, for not helping real people pursue their dreams, for not showing us real talent, for choosing to be a nuisance and not the Prince of VA, for making us look at him in disappointment and not pride now, for choosing this vagabond lifestyle and not a good life that he always wanted, for betraying himself and us, his fans. You are a big man now. We expect big man things. from you now. You were more mature and more responsible when you were in your 20s. That is the Trey we admired because you were loving and wanted to talk to us and wanted to give us beautiful music and wanted to stay pure, the classy hood dude that we all wanted to be like. Trigger. We are here waiting for him to show up, but Trey Wrongs is in full effect. Running and running and running into the matrix, being multiple people, having no peace of mind, having no peace in the mind. 2, being tormented by things when he doesn't have to be. No one wants to see him like this. There are solutions for his problems that actually work, and it's too easily available. Help is so easily available. Come back, Trey. Come back, Trey. There's so much more that we need from him in the music. There's so much more he needs to give us in the music. Seems like the VA boy is in trouble and nobody wants to help him. Nobody wants to help him. He's stuck in the matrix being Trey Wrongs and no one wants to help him. Somebody help him! Somebody help him. I want my role model back. I want Trey from My Moment episodes back. I do not watch God lift him out of that just for him to choose that now in his old age. There's too many things that we need from him that we need him to do for us in the music. You better listen. You better listen. You won't last with the real criminals because they have no conscience. Real criminals, they have no internal moral direction. They don't value human life. You can do your nonsense outside and people can be scared of you. People can protect you and cover up for you and pretend the frog doesn't exist when it's blatantly in our face. But if you don't get the help you need, you will be inching towards hardened criminals. Do you want to join them? Hardened criminals? You better listen. You better listen. No one wants to see you like this, being a nuisance to society. No one wants to see you go to jail. No one wants to see you being one with the hardened criminals. We see you as a role model, but there are people who find you attractive, including men. Including big men who have no conscience and have done unspeakable things to get into jail in the first place. Is that what you want for your life? To be locked in with career criminals, those kind of men who find you attractive, who lust on you? Those people have no mercy and have no conscience. And they are big and bad. They are big and bad. Not play like what you do outside. They are really big and bad. Do you want your cheeks busted against your will? By big men who take turns and don't stop? Because those people have no mercy. And you keep playing with the law. Like it's fun. Like it's fun. Trigger, they want you so bad. You be running through their mind. All they see is your behind. They want their backside on you, dude. Because that's what happens in jail. Do you want them to touch your private areas against your will? Violently? You don't want that to be you. You don't want that to be you. There is hope for you. There is hope for you. Turn this thing around and choose God again. Choose God again. Do you want to choose the big, bad, no mercy men that lust you and that are extremely violent who want to touch your boy parts against your will? Is that what you want? And for what? For what? For what? For the sake of being a nuisance. For the sake of being a nuisance. To prove to your worthless friends that you would the shits. This is not supposed to be you. We as fans want you to participate in the opera, participate in symphonies and with jazz musicians and those kind of classy things that we all can enjoy without us fans being afraid that you will be sent to jail where you would have your cheeks busted. No one wants that for you. So I don't know why you want that for yourself. There are really evil people in the world, and Trey will not stand a chance against them. Turn it around, Trey. Turn it around. I don't recall him ever having said that he had to do illegal activities to survive. I don't recall that, right? When he was younger, he didn't have to do illegal activities to survive. And that's one of the major reasons I actually looked up to him. He stayed on the right side of the law. He didn't have to do violent crime to survive. You know, he was different from everybody else that we saw. He didn't have to break the law to survive. So what he's doing here, playing with the cops, is just nuisance things that he chooses to do. Why are you being a nuisance when we need you to make real music for us? Why are you disrespecting fans who love your voice? Why are you dishonoring people who need beautiful quality music from you? Enjoy your freedom in peace and not chaos. You are not big and bad. You had a lot of goodness and we need to see that again. Your life is not as bad as you think it is. It's just your emotions making you feel that way. Have a backbone again. Stop being spineless. You were never spineless. Address everything that you got going on head on. And choose to be better. Choose to be better than all that. And don't be afraid of change. You overcame a lot when you were younger. You were fearless when you were younger. You can get that back easily. You don't have to choose to be a nuisance or a menace. You can choose to be a problem solver again, a trailblazer again. You can choose to be on fire again. Choose to do better for us in the music and as a role model. Choose God again. He'll help you straighten everything out. Build beautiful things. Spend your time making beautiful things for us. Write good substantial stories that are listener focused, relatable, engaging, that draws people, real people. That's your job, isn't it? Your job is to be creating media materials, not to go to jail every time and be very annoying to people who actually support you. Excuse me. Stop being a nuisance. We actually do love you in Africa. Stop being a nuisance. We need you to rise again in a way that's genuine, like what you showed us you were. You could be writing songs for us, stories for us, making inspirational movies for us, doing the comedies, making soundtracks to honor the people that came before us, which we really need. There's so much more he could be doing than spending his time on worthless activities that doesn't benefit him or us as fans. Okay? He can do everything he said he wanted to do when he made it. Now he can do all the things he said he wanted to do because he's in a perfect position to do that. Give us the beautiful and quality things. Be that good quality classy hood dude who had ambition and wanted to inspire us again. We got nothing but love for you, but you cannot go on like this. You cannot play these mind games and do illusions and expect us to uphold you. You make it impossible to be a fan. You make it impossible to be a fan. It seems like you have no morals anymore. We don't even know what he is anymore. We want to be fans again. We want to be with your music again. Do the right thing for us, man. Do right for us. Keep your word. Keep your word. Keep your original intentions. You do not get to give up. You will never arrive at a point in life where you get the opportunity to give up. You will never have the opportunity to quit on your dreams in this life. Not after all that you showed us you were when you were younger. There will always be somebody like me, ready, willing, and able to push you into your dreams again. So OG fans, who I'm representing. Hold on. OG fans, who I'm representing, have comments again. And these are men, right? These are men. Oh, these are older dudes, right? They are supporters that are putting crying emojis. They are older men, and I think like we love R&B and stuff, so they don't have a problem expressing how they feel, right? So they put crying emojis for Trey because that's how disappointed they are in him. Okay, that's how disappointed they are in him. That's how disappointed they are. They put crying emojis. So the first dude says, Tremaine, what is wrong with you? You are too old for this nonsense. You are 41 years old now. He's 41. You are 41 years old now. Grow up, Trey. And then I commented something too. I commented that I'm also disappointed. The next one says, Trey used to be a good performer, crying face. Crying face. Yeah. Trigger, where you at? Trigger, where you at? Yeah. So I'll be back with more videos about this because the OG fans are like very upset. The OG fans are disappointed, they are upset, and I will be back because they keep trying to, like, they have no one to vent to because everyone in the Trey Songz ecosystem now is all matrix people, and they matrix people, they fake, they kiss his ass for features, right? So those are the people that are in his ecosystem. So the real people, the OG fans, they have no one to vent to, they have no one to talk to about this. So I have to be their voice. I got more videos to make. I think going live is a good idea because I don't have time, and it's hot in Africa, and like engage in repentance for real. Have a free repentance ebook in the description box. If you click the link and hit $0, you get it for free. Repent, go through repentance. Get it right with God. Okay. On Instagram threads, I've been posting the link to church. So it's called Valentina Styla, just plain Valentina Styla. So on Instagram threads app, I've been posting the link to church, and I've been posting other useful things for you. So you have the word of God being preached to you, taught to you, being preached to you, taught to you, fed the word of God. Okay, so it's on my threads, and I'll keep posting and stuff every so often. All right, take it easy, take care of yourself. I'll be back with more Trey Songz videos. People are very upset. People are very disappointed. Okay. Take it easy. I'll be back.